morning, everybody. Good morning. It's time for the early morning get up or the Adrian's Daily Dose. Time to get our day started off in positivity. Yes, I'm behind, but I've been here. I've literally been here on the phone, holding the phone, engaging on the phone, looking for something on the phone. I've literally been here. I came outside early and everything. But at any rate, I don't know what's going on. It seems like my phone is going slow or that it's lagging. And I hope that's not the case. It looks like it though. Martin, good morning. Good morning. Can you tell me whether or not my phone seems like it's going really slow? Because it seems like it is to me. It doesn't look like it's syncing to me. So am I okay or should I stop and start over? No, I actually didn't. I didn't. I don't even have anything that I want or should eat right now. Um, so I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I did take my medicine though. I only have one that I'm supposed to eat with food, so I should be good until I go back and get some breakfast. I have a doctor's appointment this morning, so it won't, I gotta, yeah. Hey, Drew, good morning. Yeah, but I'm trying to see whether or not my phone is lagging, because it seems like it's lagging to me. But anyway, today is Thursday. It is the 15th of October, and we are still rocking out the month of October. So let me see. I'm checking my mic. Martin, can you hear me okay? I turned up my volume. I'll make sure that that's okay, and I'm not on mute or anything like that. So see if you can see on your end, Drew, for me. But I had something else. What happened yesterday? Yesterday. Oh, yesterday I had class. I enjoyed my speaker speak class. It was some good things that I learned out of there. Okay, great. It was some things that I learned out of there. I learned about, of course, always how to use your voice and things like that. But it's amazing some of the things that other people go through when it comes to speaking. Like me, myself, I've always been an outspoken person, and I think the main times that I did go mute was because of the things that I was enduring, the things that I was going through. I went mute on my own. Wasn't put on mute. I went mute because, it felt like, everything that I said, every time I said something, Martin, it seemed like the opposite happened. And so every time I was decreeing and declaring and my life was falling apart, I got to the point that I stopped saying stuff because I started feeling like the more I said, the more pain I went through. The more that I said, the more hurt I had. The more that I said, the more it seemed like I had so many roadblocks before me. And I got to the point, I'm like, man, well, if all of this is happening because of what I'm saying, then maybe I should stop talking. So that's how I felt. I felt like I should stop talking because the more that I talked, the more problems that I had. The more that I talked, the more that I was trying to seek deliverance, the more I was trying to turn my mindset around, but back then I didn't know as much as I know now. I didn't know half as much as I know now about being able to endure and about being able to go through and about being able to stand, having done all to stand, to continue to stand. Therefore, make sure your feet is properly prepared, because where you're about to go, you're going to need something on your feet. I know that the word of God says that the very place that the sole of your feet shall tread upon, that have I given unto you. So you got to be careful where you walk. But you definitely got to walk in authority. And this is the one thing that I'm finding out, that my voice goes before me. My voice goes to where places that I haven't gone to yet. My voice is in cities and states and countries that I haven't stepped foot in. And that's amazing to me, because I'm using my voice for the greater good. I'm using my voice to edify, to uplift, to magnify, to glorify, to get things up and about and upbeat, and to keep your mindset on something positive. And it can flow through the airways. Yes, social media can be a blessing and a curse. It can be a blessing on the fact that it can take your voice from right here. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and it can take my voice all the way to another country. I'm in countries I've never heard of. I'm in places and people are listening to me that I've never seen. I got people that understand the things that I'm saying because they're going through the same things that I go through. But they're hearing me. They're hearing me in United Kingdom. They're hearing me in Africa. They're hearing me in the United States. They're hearing me in St. Louis. And not only that, they're hearing me in California. They're hearing me in Texas. Hey, man, where you at? Where you at, Drew? Where are you? I don't even know that. Yes, I do. You in Georgia. I'm tripping. I know where Martin is. I'm sorry. I know where Martin is. Martin is in Georgia. But Drew, I don't know where you at. But I'm saying all of these things are happening. My voice is going before me. And so what I'm saying about this today, your voice goes before you. Your voice actually is cutting out the patterns of your life and of your day. And it depends on what you say is how your day is going to go. And I know sometimes it don't always work, Drew. I know you can get up every morning and you can be happy and excited and things can go wrong. You can get happy and excited. Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay. You can get happy and excited about things and then things can still go left. Things can still get you to the point that you're upset because things didn't go the way you thought it would in your day. I'm not saying that everything is going to be perfect just because you speak it. But you ought to get to the point that you speak more positive than negative so that you can start clearing out some of the ways that are not working in your favor. Because, again, you can have what you say. It's according to what you believe and also how long you believe it. What is it going to take for you to be able to believe in what you say? What is it going to take for you to be able to believe in what you do? What is it going to take to believe in the gift that's on the inside of you? What is it going to take for you to be able to get from one platform to the next? What is it going to take for you to be able to make it happen? What is it going to take for you to be able to do what it is that you do best? It's for you to be able to get elevated. Being able to know that who you are is important. Being able to know what you're doing is important. Being able to know where you're going is important. But you know what? You got to think. You got to think to yourself, not negative, but you got to think. You got to weigh out the good and the bad. You got to weigh out who it is, where you were before. Who you were and who you are should be two different people. And I know people tell you all and say, oh, don't change. Oh, you must stay the same. No, you better not. You better change. You better change. Everything that you're doing ain't good. Because if it was, you'd be in a better place, in a different place, in a happier place, and what you were doing was good. If you were at the top of your game, your life wouldn't look like it does. So you got to know, don't sit back and let people tell you don't change. Yes, you better change. Evolve. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to get better. You're supposed to step out. You're supposed to believe in yourself. You're supposed to believe in God. You're supposed to believe in what it is that you say. So you better step out. You better not stay the same because somebody said, oh, you've always been the same. I had a problem with that one time. I was talking to a man that I've been knowing almost my whole life. And when he saw me, he looked at me and he said, oh, my God. He said, you ain't changed a bit. You still look the same. And it bothered me. He wasn't saying it in a hurtful way or anything, but it bothered me because I've been knowing this man about 20 plus years. One of the things that I could have taken it as is, I'm so fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made, and this black don't crack. And I still look like I'm in my 20s. I could have took it like that, but I didn't. I got offended. And it wasn't anything on his part. It was on my part. Because when he said it to me, it triggered something to me to say, hey, man, I ain't done nothing different. And why it hit me like that, I'm not sure. But it was a good thing, though, Martin. It was a good thing that it hit me like that. Because I did not want to look the same because I hadn't seen him in years. I hadn't seen him. And when I finally did see him, he said, you ain't changed a bit. You still look the exact same way. And I took offense to it, Martin, because something in my life should have shown different. Something in my life should have shown better. Something in my life should have shown progress. And since it didn't, I took offense to him telling me I was the same. He didn't mean any harm. He didn't think nothing of it. And it wasn't up to him. It was the way I took it. But I took it like, hey, man, I ain't seen this dude in I know about 10 years. I know I haven't seen him, but if he still sees the same person that he saw 10 years ago, and even worse, if I hadn't really seen him in about 15, 20 years, and he's still seeing the same person that I was 15, 20 years ago, baby, I am not the same person that I was 15 years ago. Shoot, I'm barely the same person that I was 2 years ago. And so that triggered something in me. It triggered something that I need to be doing something else. I need to be changing some stuff. I need to be updating some stuff. I could be updating my wardrobe or something. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man, because the way my mind went, it really did. It went straight to something negative. And see, that's what I have to catch it, though. I have to catch the negativity that tries to build in my mind, because I know the negativity that tries to build in my mind only tries to build so it can bring me down. So, Drew, that's very true. I can't think that way, not even for a second, because when he said it to me, the first thing I did when he said it is I looked at my clothes. So that triggered something. It triggered something in me that I needed to change, that I didn't even realize I needed to change until he said it. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily him. It could have been something God was trying to get me to see. Baby, I've upgraded since then. Since the last time he saw me, I know it had been some years. I know it had been some years. I've had things happen, trials and tribulations, good, bad, and indifferent. But guess what? I grew up. I was a child when I was around him. I was a teenager. A lot of times I was around him. And so I done grew up to a whole adult. I got my own kids who have grown up to be teenagers. Well, one. She'll be 17 on the 19th. My baby will be 17 years old on the 19th of October. And I'm in awe of that. I'm in awe of the way that I've changed physically. Now we were joking like on Sunday that one of my little cousins had said, man, y'all just don't age. He said, man, y'all still look the same as y'all did when he said, before I was born, he said, I was looking at pictures. He said, and all of that. He said, I was looking at pictures and things like that. He said, man, y'all still look the same. Y'all haven't aged at all. Shoot, I took that as a compliment. Because I'm nowhere near still in my 20s, Drew. You know what? I am going to do that. I see some of the hairstyles I had. Lord. That tells me sometimes about that change. What was I going through? Jesus. And I was looking at it. You know how Facebook, they put these memories on? I really be wanting to post those memories. But they be my lives from a year ago. And I don't want people to get confused thinking, I'm just, but I was looking at them again because of the way, what I was looking like at that particular time, what I was dealing with at that time, what I was going through at that time, what I was manifesting at that time. I was going through some rough stuff last year. When I first started out, I was going through some rough stuff. Shoot, some of it has gotten worse since then. But guess what? My attitude about it hasn't. My attitude has definitely changed regarding it. I'm not stuck in that same mental state. I'm not stuck in that same way of thinking. I'm not stuck in defeatist attitude, in a defeatist mode. Man, you don't understand how much deliverance I have gotten from doing these lives. God told me, speak yourself out of depression. And that's exactly what I was able to do. Was speak myself out of depression. Speak myself out of having a low mindset. Speak myself out of being able to think that I'm not as prosperous as he wants me to be. That I'm not as smart as he sees me. That I'm not in a position where God sees me. I needed to start seeing me how God sees me. I'm working on it every day, baby. I promise you I am. I see myself so much better now. I see myself growing now. Like Drew would say, I see myself doing better than I did. Because, man, the old me going through what I'm going through right now, man, the old me would have been a coward and would not have faced what I was going through. I wouldn't have told nobody what I was going through. Ain't none of y'all business. It's how I felt. But it wasn't anybody's business. I was ashamed that what I was going through I was going through it. I was ashamed that things didn't work out in my marriage. I was ashamed that we couldn't come together. I was ashamed that it didn't work the way that I thought it was going to work. All the things that I said I was going to have start crumbling. All the places that I said I was going to go, I didn't go. And all the meetings and the people I was going to meet. Shoot, I met most of them, though. I did meet most of the people I said I was going to meet so far, so I'm going to start putting some more people on my list. Because I met everybody that I said I wanted to meet. In the company that I met everybody that I said I wanted to meet. I went places I didn't think I was ever going to go. I had opportunities that I never would have had I not stepped out on faith. I had opportunities to travel. I had opportunities to make life happen. Opportunities to do something different. Because I didn't settle in how I felt. Some of the days I just got up and said, I'm going, and booked a flight. That's simple. I would have never done that before. I would have sat down. I would have counted up the cost. I would have said, I can't go because this is happening. I can't go because that is happening. I can't go because my babies need this, and I can't go. But when I finally stepped out in what God told me to step out in, the money was there. The transportation was there. The things that I needed to do was there. They all lined up as I stepped out. So what I'm telling you is that if you step out on something that you want, that you need, that you have on the inside of you, that gift that God has put inside of you, He will make it right. He will make it okay, because had I not stepped out the way that I stepped out, man, my life would not have been where it is right now. I would not have met the people that I've met. I would not be in the position that I'm in, the company that I started with. I'm still there. A year later, I'm still there, but I've had progress. Had I let my mind take over, I would not be here. Had I let my circumstances take over, I would not be here. Had I let my trial and my tribulation take over, I would not be here. Had I let the people that were speaking negative to my mind, to my life, tell me I can't do it, had I let that overtake me, I would not be here. Had I let the support of people stop me, I would not be here. Because there's some people that I think, me personally, Adrian thinks should be right behind me, pushing me to my best, and they're not there. There's some people in my life I felt like they should be pushing me every single day. They should be telling me, hey, you slowing down. Hey, you ain't doing this. Hey, you need to get on your game. Hey, I can help you. And there's some people that I think should be standing right on my right side and my left. And guess what, Martin? They not there. And guess what else? When I call on them, they don't come. So does that mean I got to stop what I'm doing because they're not coming? Does that mean I got to stop what I'm doing because they don't support me? Does that mean I got to stop what I'm doing because they don't see what God sees in me? No. It means I got to keep it up. I got to manifest it. I got to do better if I got to go by myself, baby, I got to go. I got a mantle on my life. I got the anointing on my life to be able to do what it is that I do. And whatever it is that He put in me to come out of me in this season, I can't wait for the masses. The masses going to have to catch up because I got a job to do. And you got a job to do. Inside of you, there is greatness. There is something that you want to do. What is it that you want to do? Come on, let's work it out. Because somebody told me on yesterday that I was a life coach. But what I know I am a pusher, baby. At any time, I can push you. I can help you get to your next by pushing you, by encouraging you, by showing you, man, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can manifest my dream, goals, and aspirations, man, I'm coming for it. I'm coming for everything the devil said I can't have. I'm coming for a peace of mind. I'm coming for joy in my heart. I'm coming for happy in my life. I'm coming for things. I'm coming for people. I'm coming for everything that's supposed to be attached to me, because everything attached to me wins, Drew. So if you're not winning, are you attached to me? If things are not going the way that you want them to go, are you attached to me? Are you speaking those things which be not as though they were? Something in your mind. Have you, after knowing me 5 minutes, I hope that I have imparted something on the inside of you that tells you that you can make it. After knowing me 5 minutes, I hope that I have imparted something into you that tells you that you can go further. I hope even after 5 minutes that I've done something within those 5 minutes to show you that you can change, that you can be better, better, that you can make it, that you can take it, that you can turn around and change your mind, and you can change your life. You can change your mind. You can change your speech. You can change your mind. You can change your life. Come on, man. Man, I'm telling you, right about now, Martin, I want to see something that's out of my reach. I want to see the beauty of God. And I understand the United States God stuff. I do. But I don't want to be in the United States when I see this, because I've never been out of the country. And I was going to go to Italy because my best friend was in Italy for 7 years. Her husband's in the military, and she was in Italy for 7 years. But my fear and my money kept me at home. My fear and my money kept me at home. So she was there for 7 years, and she's just recently moved within the last year. She moved to Ethiopia because her husband was from over there. And so she was in Italy for 7 years, and I missed out on going to Italy. My god sister right now is in Italy. She's in Italy right now because that's where she was stationed, because she's in the Air Force. She is a master sergeant in the Air Force. She might have got a promotion recently, but she's a master sergeant in the Air Force. And she's over in Italy. And I'm still in St. Louis. Open tickets. 2 people that would have loved for me to come travel and come see them all the way in Italy. But because of my fear, I didn't go. Because, back when my best friend was there, when my sister wasn't, when my best friend was there, around the time I was going to go to Italy for my birthday. And around that time, that's when they started hijacking planes. So I canceled my trip. I know God got me, Martin. But hey, at that particular time, that flesh took over and said, hey, man, you better have several seats. And go back and sit down, because this is what we ain't going to do, is get on no plane when we ain't going to make it to our destination. So I did not go, because at that time, it was hot over there. And they was doing too much over there. So I didn't go. And I ended up having that opportunity to pass me by, because she moved. She came back home, and he was stationed again in Africa. So they're now living in Ethiopia. So I ain't trying to go to Ethiopia. I don't really know why, but I'm good. So now I'm still looking at, and I'm looking at all the possibilities. I just think about stuff, man, that I see on TV, because again, I saw the vision of it. I thought about Hawaii too. It used to be on my list, but I want to go to a place like Costa Rica. I want to go to Belize. I want to go to places that's really further than United States. I want to go, like I said, Costa Rica. I would love to go to Belize. I would love to go to Australia. Just because a lot of it, the water, I love water. I love big bodies of water. I love the ocean. I love to see that. And of course, the beauty in Hawaii, I would love to see that. All of these different places that, these unfound lands that people don't know about, but just got so much beauty in them. And, I love to see foliage and, trees turning colors. Like New York is beautiful in the fall. New York is beautiful in the fall. Not in the city, but in the outskirts, in the countryside, it's so beautiful. But I love to see things like that. But I love water. I like to see water. So I want to see some blue, clear water. I went to the Bahamas. I probably should go back a different way or whatever. I went to the Bahamas and saw it. I went to Chicago. Chicago has this beautiful water scene. So I've been there and I saw it. But I want to go to somewhere exotic. Dubai. That's one. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Hey, Miss Regina, that's a good one right there, Dubai. Like I said, something out of my reach. Something I know ain't nobody but God did. That's where I want to go. I want to go to them cities and those countries that I know ain't nobody but God put me there. Like Dubai. You know, man, I be looking up stuff for Dubai. Do you know that Dubai got a plane made of diamonds? An airplane made of diamonds. You ain't gonna sit back and tell me this world is broke. You ain't gonna never make me believe that. It's just the people that got the money don't know you yet. But they will if you get out there and do what you're supposed to. Brazil is a beautiful, yeah. Brazil, yeah. It's some different places in there, but yeah, the places that I want to go, I want to have a testimony behind them. Not that I don't have a testimony when I went to Texas, because I had a lot of things. When I traveled for my job, I used to go to a lot of different states, and I met a lot of beautiful people. I met a lot of people on this journey so far. Just right. Just I just met a lot of beautiful people, but like Martin said, I want to go somewhere out of my reach. I want to be like, once I step foot on the ground, man, God did this. I would have never imagined myself being in Brazil. I would have never imagined myself being in somewhere like Indonesia. Stuff like that. I would have never imagined being able to travel on my own money, traveling to these different places. So yes, I want to go where my bank account says no. I want to be able to afford to go to these places that I know ain't nobody but God did it. Man, I'm telling you, it's a plane. Look it up on Google. I'm telling you, it is beautiful. Now, I don't know about riding on it with weather and stuff like that, and lightning and all that, but I'm just saying, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And man, all of these different. Oh, another place. My sister, the one that's in the Air Force, she went to, was it Saudi Arabia? She went over somewhere over there, and she was showing us pictures. She sent back pictures, and I've seen some of the most beautiful buildings and there were churches and cathedrals, and they were so beautiful. All these stained glass buildings and all these different things she's seen, and she was sending back the cars that they had. Y'all, they was using, well, in Italy they use Porsches as taxis. As much as people in America try to get a Porsche, in Italy they use them as taxis. She sent pictures of these cars that were made of platinum. Platinum. There's no regular metal. They're cars made of platinum. She sent a picture of a car that was the hey sister, good morning. So this is my other sister. She was in the Army too. I got a lot of people in the military. She has been to several countries that I've never been to. And I would love to be able to step foot in certain countries and say, man, look at what God did. I was able to travel the country because God decided that he wanted me to be in this country. She's been there. She's been to places outside the United States. I haven't. Tina, where did you go? Where did you go? I keep wanting to say, I know it wasn't Iraq, but where did you go? 5 times. Again, she's in the military. So she's been to certain places I've never been to. Sometimes I didn't even think about wanting to go to. But the beauty of this world, I want to see some of it. Some places I just don't want to go. But there are some places that I want to go because of the water. I think like in Mexico, they have a beautiful beach. But for some reason, I didn't want to go to Mexico. Maybe it's because it's too close to the United States. I want to go somewhere where my mind will be like, pfft. My mind got to be blown. I'm ready for some mind-blowing stuff, man. I know I can have it. I know it is out there. This world is meant to be seen. I can't stare at her. Military people. So, I'm saying all of this to say this. Listen, my voice travels places that I haven't been. My voice travels to people's ears that I haven't met. My voice travels further than what I could ever possibly imagine. And guess what? If my voice can get there before I do, I just need to meet up with my voice. I need to go to places where my voice is going. I need to be carried into places where my voice has gone before me. I need to have those doors open in Dubai. I need to have those doors. They need to know my name, Martin. They need to know who I am. They need to know what I stand for. They need to know. Come on, the word says that the people, even my children, shall call me blessed. I will be blessed in the city. I will be blessed in the field. I'll be blessed. So that's what I'm after. I'm after the blessing. I'm after the gift making room for me. So when my gift made room in the state of Texas, when my gift made room in the state of New York, when my gift made room, me just being as pleasant and pleasing as I could possibly be, and was chosen to be able to go and set up sites in different states with the job that I had. So I was chosen to be able to teach people and to help people to get set up. So I've been to Texas, and I went to Texas for a lot. I went to Texas a lot. I went to New York, and I went to California, and I went to and these were like months at a time. I was doing all this stuff because I said out of my mouth, Martin, that I wanted to travel, and I don't want to pay for it. I said I want to travel, I want to stay in hotels, I want to drive cars, but I don't want to pay for none of it. So my job that I was working at the time opened up a field. Don't tell me what God won't do when you open up your mouth. They opened up a department that they did not have and said, we need several people to go travel and help set up these sites so these people will know what to do on this job. So I went to go help train people and show people how to do the job that I was already doing. So I got to travel, and they paid for my plane ticket, Martin. They paid for my hotel, Martin. They paid for the car that I was driving, Martin. And not only that, they paid for my food. I paid for nothing. It was all on the company's dime. Why? Because I asked for it. And it happened. I did it for a couple of years. Did it for like, I think, 2 or 3 years, where I didn't have to pay for nothing, and everything that I did was paid for by the company. So I know it's possible. It's possible for me to get where I'm trying to go. It's possible for me to make life happen. It's possible. And if I'm possible, baby, you possible too. You can do this. You can make it happen. And I'm there. I'm able and I'm willing to help you to get there. But what I got to get you to know is that you are possible. That you can make it. That you can do it, that you can take all this stuff that life is throwing at you, and you can build on it. You can grow with it. You can manifest it. You can have what you say. You can turn your life around. You can do this. I'm waiting on the day where I can put my babies on a plane, and then we can go to these destinations, and they can see something other than where we live. I'm waiting on the day where I can show my babies that there's more to life than gun violence. There's more to life than suffering. There's more to life than poverty. There's more to life than just being mediocre. I want to show them the world. And if we don't get to go to the whole world, we're going to go to some of it. I'm looking forward to it. Let your voice go before you. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How do you want to live? What is it that you really want? Think about it. And then make a plan for it. Man, I'm making that plan. And I'm making that plan to be able to see things that I've never seen. To be called to places I've never been called to. To be asked to step into rooms that I would have never thought possible. That's what I'm trying. I'm striving for it. I'm going to make it happen. Why? It's what I believe. And it's according to my faith. It's according to what I want, what I need, what I desire. How much of it do I want, need, and desire, and how bad I want it. Because again, I'm not telling you that life ain't going to start falling apart when you try to get your plan together. It will. I'm telling you, it will. But when it comes back together, it will be so beautiful. It will be so sweet. It will be so wonderful. When it comes back together and you get to have what you say, it's a beautiful thing to be able to have what you say. I speak things out of my life, and then I don't really necessarily realize it until after the fact. I spoke some more stuff. I wanted to have a certain amount of money to do a certain thing. Guess what, Martin? I will get that money to do that certain thing, but I don't think about it because it started to happen, and after the fact, I have to look back and be like, oh man, I did do that. Oh man, that did happen. I did say that, and it did happen. So like now, I got to continue to speak about having my house. I got to continue to speak about living where I want to live, not where I have to live. I have to continue to speak about doing more and doing better. I have to continue to speak about it because guess what? It's going to happen. I know because it's happened before. And if he did it before, man, he could do it again. You can have what you say. Go out there and let your voice speak for you. But get out there and meet your voice where it is because it's going before you, but you got to say something. You got to say something. Don't just have your prayers on the inside of you. Don't just have your prayer just in your belly and you don't let it out. Don't just let that gift die on the inside of you. Don't overdo it. Don't have a stillborn baby is what I'm telling you. Get that gift out of you. What is it that you can do better than anybody else? Or what is it you can do so good that you can make a living off of it? What is it that you're doing that you can make a living off of what you do? I never really thought about it, but I can make a living off of what I say. On how I be able to portray believing in you. saying what you want, having what you say, motivating people to be able to be the best versions of themselves. It's a gift that I didn't even realize I had until like a year ago. Which is crazy because I've been a preacher since I was 16. But in my vein, here, where God said, speak, open up your mouth and I'll speak through you. It's a gift. It don't come without repentance. Better know that I got to get myself together so that I'm able to be open for all the things that he wants to do in my life. I got to be open to be able to make it happen. My daughter is so to the point that my daughter doesn't have any type of imagination. And the reason why I say that, my daughter is a realist. And realists, those people who are realists are kind of really hard to tip over into imagination because she sees what's in front of her. Okay? She sees what's in front of her. I've had this conversation with this child over and over and over again, Martin. And do you know the furthest that she's told me that she wanted to go, I think, was Chicago? And from us, Chicago is like 6 hours. We can drive to Chicago. It's like a half an hour plane ride or something. It's just that close. But her mind can't wrap around, we can go further. We can go further. She's been to Michigan. Because she's been to Michigan. And Chicago, I think. Did she go to Chicago? Yeah, she went to Chicago. She went on a field trip. She went to Chicago. I think those are the only two places she's ever been, with Chicago and Michigan. But she's never been any place else. Oh, Memphis. Memphis, Chicago, and Michigan. Because my aunt is in Memphis and we go to see her all the time. But she don't think no further than that. She don't think she can go to Spain. Because I want to go to Spain. I want to go to Spain. She doesn't think further than that. She just thinks right here. And so that's what I want to do is get us to a place where her mind can be blown. Look at what God did. Look at where we are. And just thank God and praise God and look at where we are. I didn't never think we was going to be able to do this. I would have never imagined that we could be in these places. And going to Hawaii, that would be beautiful. My mind wasn't wrapped on going to Hawaii. I want to go. But I was like, hey, the finances ain't in the budget for Hawaii, but the finances wasn't in the budget for the Bahamas. Somebody else paid for me to go to Bahamas. Somebody else has paid for me to go all the places I've been. Well, not all of them, because, within the last couple of years, I traveled to, where this place at? Dang it, Atlanta. I've been going to Atlanta for the last couple of years. Without nobody else paying for it. I've been paying for it, but I had it to pay for it. So now I'm just letting my voice go before me. I gotta go, Martin. So I gotta let your voice go before you. Speak what those things which be not as though they were, and believe God. Believe in you. Believe you can have what you say. Manifest it. Get a plan together. If you want to go to Hawaii, Martin, get a plan together on what you want to do when you get there. Get a plan together on if you don't have the money, how you going to get the money. If you do have the money, go find out what it's going to cost for you to get there. Write it out. Put it on paper. Look at it every day. Say this is what I'm going to do and do what it is that you say. You'll be in Hawaii enjoying yourself, putting your feet in the sand and whatnot. Enjoying your life because you've made it this far. You deserve it. You deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve it. Don't sit back and live your life and have all this money and then you don't enjoy it. You made it so you can enjoy it. You made it for your family. You made it so you can do some stuff. Don't just sit around and die with a full bank account. Not saying that you should die with an empty one, but please don't die with a full one. Live your life. Do what it is that you can do for you. Make yourself happy. Get some happy in your world. And if going to Hawaii is going to make you happy, brother, go get your plane ticket, baby. You right. I got to get some more capital, though. We got to work these businesses, baby. Let's get it. So we can go out and make these dreams come true. Let God put some favor on your faith. Let God put some favor on your faith. And then he can turn around any and everything that you want, all right? Like this, share this, comment, y'all. Go out and have a magnificent day today. Go out and do the best of your ability because you are great. You are magnificent. You are wonderful. You are possible. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You can grow a business. You can make a business. You can come out, step outside of yourself. You can do more. You can do better. Reach out to the masses, man. Somebody is waiting on your voice to be able to connect with you, to be able to join your business, to be able to do what it is you need to do. They waiting on you, man. They waiting on you to show up and to show out. They're waiting on you to do something more. They're waiting on you. I got people waiting on me, Martin. They in rooms I ain't been in. They're in cities I haven't stepped foot in. But there are people waiting to hear my voice. They're waiting to hear what God is saying to them through me. So I got to get myself together. Get myself poised and whatnot. Get myself in the proper position. So when he opens up the door that I'm ready. That I'm willing. I'm able. I'm available. I'm determined. I'm out there to get what's out there. My goal is to please God. My goal is to have what I say. My goal is to live my best life. I've lived low for so long, man. This is not the life that was meant for me. It's how I feel. This is not the life God created for me. He created me to live in abundance. He created you to live in abundance. He created you to live better than you ever thought possible. He didn't create you to cry over a light bill. He didn't create you to have to cry over paying your car note. He didn't create you to have to cry because you don't have anywhere to go, anywhere to live, anything that you can manifest. He didn't create you for that. He created you to live a life of abundance. So go out there and live out loud and live the life you're destined to live. Let your voice go before you and you better follow through with it. Let me go for real because I got to go get ready for the doctor. My baby got to go to school. All kind of things is happening this morning. So take care. I love you out to life. Have a great day. Drink your water. Don't drink too much and be like me. I had water issues. Drinking too much water. How do you have a problem drinking too much water? But I did. I had a problem drinking too much water. So drink your water, but be careful. Be mindful of it so you don't have any issues going on the inside of you. It works, okay? I love y'all to life. Have a great day, everybody.